Hello everyone, Jay here from the Minecraft Alliance, and welcome back to podcast episode number 3, guys. It's so good to be back recording another podcast. It's actually been over 2 weeks since I recorded the last podcast, and of course it's raining. Once again, guys, I am playing Minecraft as it stands. I'm currently playing it. You guys obviously can't see it, but I'm just playing it to give myself something to do while I talk to you guys. Because sitting here talking for an hour is kind of boring for me. But anyway, guys, welcome back to the podcast. Like I said, this is episode number 3. If you haven't seen either 2 episodes, go check them out. Link, as always, in the end screen. But you know, I don't want to go to the end of the episode before you watch this episode. You're probably going to want to go ahead and see it now. So on the iCard on the screen in the top right hand corner, you'll be able to watch the other 2 episodes if you've missed either of them. In the last episode, we talked a lot about like reality TV and Love Island. It was actually quite an interesting thing. It was also recorded at about 1 o'clock in the morning. This episode is being recorded about 9:30. So I could talk a little bit louder, not too loudly, because it is, as I say, 9:30. The first episode was actually recorded about, I want to say about 5 o'clock. So we're really random with our times in terms of when we record these. Currently, I'm flying around my Minecraft world trying to find somewhere to build my house. And then I need to decide what I'm going to be building. What exactly my house is going to be containing. So if you can hear the clicking of the keyboard, I do apologise for that. But anyway, so in today's episode, like I said, we're going to be talking, well, I don't know, actually. I wanted to talk a little bit about some of the Mage videos that I've been doing, because I sat down and had a look at some of the statistics for them, and I've been doing really well. They're definitely the best performing videos on my channel in a good while. In fact, at the moment, they're definitely the best performing ones, like I say, as it stands, where they're being, like, they're being viewed a lot, to be fair. Like, the most recent one that I uploaded, just on Sunday, just gone, and it's now Saturday, it's now Friday evening, has already got like 27 views, 28 views, and I didn't get that before, so I'm very pleased with that. But yeah, so that's basically how things are going for the social media, not for the social media, but for the channel. They're going very well, and I think I want to build here in this little cave. Okay, so quickly break all of that. I'll get set up. We'll get our bed set up over here. I want to build like a cave house. The question is this cave thick enough to build my house? It must be a bit hard annoying for you guys. I am considering maybe doing like recording the Minecraft gameplay that I do for future podcasts. Let me know if that's something you guys would like to see. It does mean like an extra challenge for me trying to do something. I might not be able to grind these out. Not grind out, but you know what I mean. I might not be able to get these out as often as I have been recently, but if not, if you guys are happy with that, then I'm more than happy to make the game, include the gameplay in the videos. Also, one of the things I did mention when I first conceptualised this idea was the potential to feature guests in the podcast. And as it obviously stands, we've not got any guests, but we will get some guests at some point. I need to try and speak with some people and see if they'd be interested in being on the podcast. But yeah, so going back quickly to the Mage compilation idea. I've been making Mage compilations, for those of you who don't know, since the very end of last year. It was actually the 31st of December 2018. I uploaded my first Mage compilation, and that was the Chamber of Secrets Part 1 for PS2, which I'd been making for a while, and then I just thought I basically finished it around Christmas Day, which is ironic enough because on the 31st of on the 31st of December 2017, Mage finished the Chamber of Secrets for PS2, and as I say, I just uploaded my final episode of it as he finished it, a year after he finished it, which was kind of weird. I didn't realise this at the time, but it was weird. What was weird at the time was that at this point in time, he'd done, I want to say he'd done. No, because at the beginning of 2018, the only series he'd done were... Wait, I'm getting very confused right now. No, this was at the end of 2018, so he'd done quite a few videos series, to be fair, and he was making some really good content. So I wanted to make these like videos, and I wanted to make them. I'd seen other people make funny moments videos, so I decided to start making one for Mage, and I told him about it on Twitter. I was conversing with him about it on Twitter. We were talking in DMs about it. And he was saying that, I'm surprised that you found enough funny moments in my videos in order to make one of those montages. And I said, oh, don't worry, you're funny, da da da, etc. And then, lo and behold, on the 31st of December, the video came out, and it was met with quite a lot of positive feedback. And is one of my most viewed videos on the channel. It's not the most viewed, and it's my most viewed. I think it's like 1.4k at this point, but it's still pretty high up there with about 170 views, I think now. Well, I've been a bit too optimistic, I don't know. So that was episode 1 of the series. Then we moved on to the second game. Then we did part 2 of that game, which I got out in about 3 days, because the second part came out on the 3rd of January. Obviously it was over Christmas, so I had a lot of free time. How I managed to do that, though, I don't entirely know, because Christmas is always very manic for me, so the fact that I managed to do that, for me, is quite impressive. I don't mind saying so myself. Because usually, because of all the work I do at school and everything else, I'm usually quite tired when it comes around to Christmas. And I'm quite welcome of the holiday. So following Christmas, I did that, and for the next couple of months I did a couple of other games. I think I did Chamber of Secrets on Chamber of Secrets on PS2 was one of the more recent games I've done. I did Philosopher's Stone on PS1 next, I do believe, if I remember correctly. Then I did Chamber of Secrets on... No. Then I did Philosopher's Stone on PS2. Then I did Chamber of Secrets on PS1. Then I did Prisoner of Azkaban on PS2, which the final part of which went up last week, which I hope you guys enjoyed. It was weird because obviously the first part went up back in like March, I believe, and then the second part has been waiting so long for it to come out. Second and third parts have been sitting in the works. When I took my social media break, one of the first things I did was actually finish making those videos. Like I completely got them 100% edited, so they were basically ready to go out, and they were. Pretty much from probably about day 3 or 4 of my social media break, they were ready to go out, and they were ready to be uploaded, which is always useful. As it stands, in the current position of things, for reference actually, by the way, I think I actually mentioned what the day is. It's the 9th of August. This video isn't going to be going out until the 17th, I don't believe. So, a little gap until this video actually goes out. But for reference, I've got the Goblet of Fire, the Order of the Phoenix, and Half-Blood Prince all prepped and ready to go in terms of uploading the funny moments. They're literally, I've just got to do some thumbnail work for Half-Blood Prince and Goblet of Fire, because for some reason I did Order of the Phoenix first, and then I did Goblet of Fire, which I finished about the same time, because I wasn't multitasking. I'm not that good. Well, I actually was. I was editing Goblet of Fire on my phone and editing Order of the Phoenix on my laptop. But trying to upload from my laptop was a massive pain, and I'm not editing on my laptop any long videos like that ever again, because it was a pain. It was the biggest pain in the world, and I should tell you for why. Because, first of all, the rendering of the video took ages for some reason. And obviously it was a long video, but it actually took like way longer than a normal video would to render, and this is in like a standard definition or like high definition. It's not anything major, and it took absolutely ages to render, and I was just getting so annoyed. And bear in mind, this was like back when my sleeping pattern was completely out of whack, and I was sleeping from like 5 o'clock in the morning till, I don't know, about 1 in the afternoon, and then I was staying awake from 1 till 5, which is pretty bad. It's a pretty bad sleeping pattern, and my shovel's just broken, so I'm not making a new one. But yeah, that is a pretty bad sleeping pattern. So what I was doing was not running myself into the ground. That sounds bad, but I was. As it stands, my sleeping pattern has kind of started. So it's starting to go back into play, and it's good because obviously next week I've got my results day, so I need to make sure that I'm able to go up and actually go and get my results. But one of the very important things that I realised, wait, what am I talking about? I'm going off, my brain's just going off on some random tangent, and I'm not entirely sure what it's trying to do, what I'm trying to talk about here, but let's just keep going with it and see what I can think of. But, yeah, so, I actually have completely forgotten what I was talking about. But yeah, anyway, so, I rendered the video and it rendered, but then I fell asleep, so I couldn't upload it. The next day, it was last Thursday, and today's Friday, I went for a walk, and I thought, well, I started to upload the video, and it had taken about an hour and a half already. And I checked the file and it said you've got about another hour and a half left to go on the upload, and it was about 50%. So I was like, yeah, okay, that's fine, I'll leave it be. I'll go out for a walk because I needed to go and get something from the chemist, and I thought I'd go out for a walk. I ended up taking a walk through the woods, and therefore I was going to meet up for about an hour and a half because I was going to meet Mum off the bus from work, and we were going to walk up together, and yeah, so I planned everything out, and it was going to work out okay. But then I come back home, and I check on my laptop, and I'm thinking, we'd been ages, because I had misjudged how long Mum was going to be, taking a slightly longer route when I didn't have the time to. So we'd been ages, and I think we'd stopped and chatted to a few people, so we'd been absolutely yonks. We'd been, I can't even remember how long we were, but we were it was going to be about 6 o'clock, just saying that was going to be the good time for the upload to be done, and I believe it was nearly 7 by the time we got in. But yeah, so imagine I've just got home and I'm like, yeah, I've been out since probably it was just before 4. No, it was just before 5, that was it. So I was very, very anxious to see if the video had gone up, and I go onto my laptop, I check the dashboard and go into Video Manager, and it says 52% uploaded. And I just I think to myself, and I'm like, why has it not done any more uploading? Why is it still on 52%? The answer to that, I have absolutely no idea. I have no idea why it did that. And that, to this day, I still actually don't know why my laptop wasn't uploading the video. But it was basically playing that. It was like, nope, I ain't uploading that. So what I decided to do was, because my laptop is a Google Chromebook, I decided, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to upload it to the internet, specifically Google Drive, and therefore try and upload it off my phone, because what I originally tried to do was to compress the file, which is a reasonable thing to do, because I tried to compress the file using file compressor apps on my phone, but I use on my phone the same way I use on my phone, but on my laptop, because I was able to use things, but it didn't work. Basically, it was taking absolutely forever. So in the end, I was just like, do you know what? I'm not bothering with that. So then, my last Thursday was the 1st of August. The 1st of August, and I'm sitting there trying desperately to get this video uploaded. It doesn't work. So what I do is I put it on my Google Drive, and it copies over quite quickly. But then it says, needs to sync files in order to access. Will take approximately 5 hours. And I'm like, it's a 33-minute long video. Yeah, just coming up to 34 minutes long. And it ended up, I think it took about 5 hours. But the problem was, it completely killed the internet. So we had no internet for most people's internet, to be fair, they can't upload and use the internet at the same time. It's like a standard, early YouTube days sort of principle that I'm aware of. Well, I'm not able to upload and record at the same time. Well, I can record, but I can't stream and upload. I can't really. Also, streaming kind of kills my internet too, which is annoying. But yeah, that's that. But anyway, so I got it. It was about 3:30 in the morning, I think, at the end, by the time the file synced with my with the computer, with the Google Drive, sorry. And so I was like, yeah, it's finally done. I can finally download it. So I got onto my phone and I started to download it, which actually took ages. Not that long, mind you. It was because it was quite a big file. I believe originally it was about 1.3 gigs, which is quite big. Thankfully, it was only that size, because the compressor app I have only compresses files up to 2 gigabytes. So anything bigger than that, and it wouldn't have compressed it, which obviously would have been a big issue. So what I did was I went ahead and I finished. I'm rambling on in the weirdest ways, but I went ahead and downloaded the file and compressed it. It took probably about half an hour to compress it, and I think it compressed it down to something along the lines of 200 or so megabytes, which still wasn't brilliant given my internet speed, particularly my upload and download speed, obviously, my upload speed. but it was a damn sight better than what it was with 1.2 gigs, which I think I tried, and it was like, because I forgot to compress it, and it's like, this will take 3 hours, or not 3 hours, it was like, this will take like 7 hours, and I'm like, no, thank you, I will just go ahead and compress it, which took way less time. I mean, it makes the video a little bit less good in terms of quality, but like, I can cope with that. I mean, most YouTubers can, the crazy thing, I don't think you guys will believe me when I say this, I didn't always compress my videos. I've only actually compressed my videos for the past couple of months. I think it was middle of last year I actually learned about the compression of videos, which, given that I'm now studying A-level IT, is kind of not the best thing. But yeah, so the best thing to do is to render the video and then compress the video. So you render it in a high quality and then you compress it. So that technically, it's not the best thing, but it's not brilliant either. The annoying thing though about rendering on my phone as opposed to rendering on my laptop is that when I render on my phone, I can't do anything else besides sitting there watching the file render on my phone. But on my laptop, I can have something else open, I can be browsing the internet, I can be making a thumbnail for the episode, which is obviously quite often something I needed to do. I needed to make the thumbnail for the episode, which is partly why the 5th episode has its thumbnail. So I think I did it while it was compressing. But yeah, so that was the 5th episode. Finally decided that it was going to compress, then I got it uploaded, and it finally uploaded at about 1:50. That's the wrong episode, sorry. 5:51 on the 2nd of August. Again, that's 5:51 in the morning. The 4th video, which is the next one, like I say, went out on the 3rd at 1:53, which sounds about right. I probably compressed and did it all. And then the Half-Blood Prince, which didn't actually take me that long to edit, to be fair, went out on the 7th of August, which was Wednesday, at 23:39. So quite close to the 8th. I think I did that on purpose, very specifically, because there was an issue of, like, I'd started a free trial for a membership, which helps you to get rid of the watermark. But that free trial ended on the 8th, because I think I started it on like the 1st. So I didn't want to get charged for it, even though I wouldn't have gotten charged because there would have been nothing in my account to take. Because I don't have any money in my account, sad face. But yeah, so that was the situation at hand there. So what I basically ended up having to do, well, not having to do anything, what I did was I cancelled it before midnight on the 7th, so that way there'll be no issues. And I just was going through my emails for the first time in ages earlier, and I checked and I saw I had an email about that, which is good to see that they've told me that I've had it cancelled. And I archived it, so I've got the email to say I cancelled it, should they decide to throw some charges my way. You can cancel it at any time, that was the agreement. Although at some point I am going to have to subscribe to the membership again, because I need it in order to make another video, but I'm going to talk more about that in the future, or maybe towards the end, later on in the podcast. But yeah, so basically I've got part 7 to edit and part 8. Mage, for those of you who obviously follow the Mage series live, you'll know that, by the way, if you guys are people that listen to this podcast that watch my videos and don't watch Mages, which to me I don't think is that much of a demographic, I think most people watch Mages and don't watch mine, which I wouldn't blame them for, then yeah, go watch Mage's videos because they're really good. And if you don't watch the Mage compilations, check them out, and if you like what you see, obviously ignore the editing, because the editing is me, the fast cuts and everything, and sometimes not explaining things, making things explanatory. That's me, and it's my fault. But if you enjoy that sort of the content style, the style of the humour in particular is quite an interesting one, then yeah, go check him out, because he is brilliant. And I joined his Discord back in January, and I've met some really lovely people on there, and I think I've made some nice new friends, hopefully for life. So I now know people from a variety of different countries, including Norway, which is interesting, because I've never met anyone from Norway before. Not that I've met this person that I know on the Discord, but it's nice to I've known of Norwegian people before. What I'm trying to say is, it's nice to know and speak to on a frequent basis a Norwegian person, as well as actually other Americans, but from different time zones. I get no opinions on certain things as an American, particularly talking about like American English versus British English, is quite interesting. Is a quite interesting thing to talk about, I find, on the Discord. We have a really great mod team, I must admit. Yeah, brilliant. They've been brilliant to me, and yeah. So, but anyway, enough talking about the Mage's Discord. If you are on the Discord, then and you know, obviously, try that again. If you are on the Discord, and obviously you know who I am by watching this video, hello. But anyway, yeah. So, but I'm not going to link the Discord in the description. You have to go and search for it yourself if you want to find it, because that way I can send people to Mage. Mage is on about 11,000 subscribers now, and he's closely approaching 12,000, I believe. So try and send some traffic his way. If any traffic does go from me at all, that I doubt very much that anyone will be going from my video to Mage. But he's doing really well at the moment. I mean, he got 10k in May, and he's already on 11k. I'm just like, I'm shocked at how well he's doing. Not in like a bad way. He's doing so good. We must do something about it. No, I'm happy for him because he makes brilliant content, and I'm glad to be able to do these videos and that they get such a warm reception from not only him but the Mage community, because they do. A lot of people I know from the Mage community have spoken to me about the videos and they've said they quite enjoy them. So that's quite a good thing to get, and a nice compliment to get from, especially from people that have been following Mage for years, to turn around and yeah, to accept me into the community and almost become, I'm about to say a household name, not a household name, but like a known name. I made not an imprint, but I feel like the interesting thing was I joined the server after making the first video. I joined the server, yeah, and then literally I watched one of my first stream with Mage, and I checked it out, and then literally the moment I said hi in the chat, he was telling people about my Civ videos, and I'm just like I'm blushing so much, and I'm like, it was massive for me to get the shout out from Mage because I love watching his content. One of the things that I used to wonder what is, yeah. Sorry, that keeps happening. I keep getting my words, my tongue tied. The reason why I found Mage was that I was actually looking for blind Let's Plays of Harry Potter games, particularly the second and the third game on PS2, because I love those games and I love watching people play them blind. So I found Mage through Harry Potter, and which is kind of sad really to think that he's nearly at the end of the Harry Potter games. I would like him to go ahead and do more Harry Potter games in the future. Maybe play, I don't know, sorry, my phone's playing up. What are you playing up for? Oh, I don't know, maybe play Lego Harry Potter, maybe try and get the PC games working with an emulator, I don't know. I'm told that trying to get old PC games working on modern units is very difficult, but I'm not trying to be, you should do this, but I have seen other people do it, so if Mage could manage to do it, or if he felt like he wanted to, because again, it's his decision, his channel, I would love to see him play some of the PC games, particularly this third one, because I find it very entertaining. But again, his choice, his channel. But the good thing would be, and yeah, I do want to see Mage play more Harry Potter games. And it's not just, before you say anything, it's not just because it would give me more content to make. It would be generally just enjoyable, and I think a lot of people would love to see him play more Harry Potter games. The other thing, he started playing Harry Potter back in like October 2017, and he's now coming to the end of what feels like the end of an era, with him about to start playing the 8th game he may well have started playing it by the time this podcast comes out. He said that he was going to play the 8th game soon. That's the thing, I can edit the 7th game video, but I actually don't have content for the 8th game yet. What I think I'm going to do in terms of the 8th game is I feel like I'm actually going to do something that I've been wanting to do for a while, edit it and watch it for the first time at the same time, or edit it and then make a note of all the funny moments that I like, and then go back through and edit it like shortly after it. Because one of the things I love about Mage's Harry Potter content, it tends to pop up at the best times. I might be looking for content, I might be watching some of his older content, and maybe getting a little bit bored because I tend to go through his series very frequently. So I'm like, yeah, I know what's coming. I know all the jokes that he's making. But then when I stop, I haven't watched it for a while. It's quite fun. So getting to go through an entire series, getting to go through all the series again was quite a lot of fun. From doing the Funny Moments videos, I actually got to go through, obviously, all of the old videos, which was so much fun. I actually really enjoyed it. And it was brilliant fun. But anyway, I did want to talk a lot about Mage, but I didn't want to talk about the entire podcast about Mage. So I want to talk a little bit more about him, and then we'll probably talk about one more topic before we wrap up for today's podcast. But one of the interesting things, the other things I wanted to talk about quickly before I finish talking about Mage, was the way how I'm going to be wrapping up the series of Mage videos. Now, as it stands, I need to put up my Google Doc, or I can just look at the upload dates for these videos. I'll probably make things easier. The last Mage video that I've got is the Half-Blood Prince, which is coming out on the 1st of September at 12 o'clock, which is when all the Mage videos come out. But then I've got to do Deathly Hallows, which will be coming out on the 8th of September, part 1, and then I'm going to be taking a week break, mainly for two reasons. One, so that you can build up hype for the finale of the series, because I don't think Mage is going to play any more Harry Potter games, and I still kind of want to seal this series off. And two, so that I can have time to edit the final video, because he may still be playing the game. So I actually have never played or seen any. The only thing I've seen is a slight bit of the epilogue of the final game, but apart from that, I've not seen anything of the final game. So I'm very excited to watch the playthrough of the game, because I've purposefully kept myself spoiler free. And also, the other YouTuber that I follow for Harry Potter content, called me Kevin, he hasn't played the final game because he found the 7th game so bad. He decided to take a break and not play the final game, and went back and played some of the older games, which are much better than some of the newer games. But I'm slowly but surely starting to love some of the games. Like, I had a real nostalgia factor, obviously, for 2 and 3 on PS2. I got 1 on PS2 and I absolutely fell in love with it. It's brilliant, it's so charming. I've always had 4 on PS2, but I absolutely hate it because of the lack of free roam. And that made it, I'm going to be honest, that made that video a very bit of a pain to edit, but I'm quite proud of some of the edits I've made in that video, and some of the jokes that I managed to put in that video, because I found them. I'm talking very quickly now, so I'm going to try and slow myself down. I found some of the jokes that I made in that video to be quite amusing to me, so I'm hoping that the people who watch the video will find those jokes equally as amusing. So yeah, so the plan is, like I say, to upload the final video the week after the 9th of September, 2 weeks after the 9th of September, the 8th, sorry. So I believe it's I don't know, but that date, whatever day that is. And the way how we're going to be doing it is we're going to be doing it like so. At 12 o'clock, I think I'm going to have to confirm this to myself and check things when I've sorted it out. But at 12 o'clock, because it seems like a bit of a bad thing to do, to be running it till 12 o'clock, to upload the final episode at 12, I'm going to be running a premiere of a video that is going to be you're not going to see the video again after the premiere. Basically, it's the premiere of the 8th video, but in order to get to that video, I'm going to go through all the old ones. So basically, what I'm going to do is I'm going to edit together all of the old videos I've done so far, apart from including the 8th video at the end, to kind of I've got the list of all the videos I want to do for this series. Let me quickly check, because I've got a document of all the videos that are going to come out of this final video. But yeah, so basically I'm going to edit them all together, obviously get rid of all the outros, picky at the intros, we just get rid of the outros, as in the end screens, because there's no point in having them. Although I maybe could, so I could signify where the video was breaking. Raw video. I'm trying to remember where I saved this in my folders. Out of curiosity, but just so you guys know, in my Minecraft series, my Minecraft world, I've literally just been placing a load of dirt to try and to level out this land. I may finish leveling this out off camera, and so I've got something more entertaining to do in the next episode, which again is weird because I keep saying entertaining, and again I've just switched into third person mode as if I'm talking to you guys through the game. But yeah, what's the word? Obviously I'm not playing this for you guys. You guys aren't seeing what I'm doing right now. You guys don't know what I've just done in Minecraft. you guys don't have any idea what block I've just placed down in front of me, which is part of the reason why I'm very much, I think it's in this folder, no it isn't. It's just part of the reason why I'm very much looking forward to you guys getting to see, I don't know what I'm doing. Here it is. Mage's final videos. Okay, so there will be a premiere, like I say, with all of the previous videos as a builder, plus an intro to the last video, basically me going like, thank you for all your support, etc, etc. I'll talk more about that when we get to it. But that'll be the main video, and then I'll premiere the 8th video. That premiere will then be removed from the channel. It won't be deleted, because it'll be good for me to look back, and I might make it unlisted in like a playlist or something. I may put it in the playlist, but keep it unlisted. Right guys, give me 1 sec. Okay guys, I'm back. Sorry about that delay. Someone knocked at the door, which was very strange. We've recently got a new neighbour, and she obviously she's needing to get another thing sorted, so she's knocking the door down, which I don't blame her for, to be honest. We also need to get some more food sorted, because we are now out of food. And again, I'm talking as if I'm talking to you guys, as if you guys can see the game, which obviously you cannot. But anyway, I've completely forgotten what we were talking about. Yeah, I remember now, we were talking about the finale of the Mage Masher compilations. See, there'll be that video with the basically the other thing there'll be in that video is there'll be a countdown at the bottom of the screen to the final episode, basically to the big finale of the series. Basically it'll be like, there are so many episodes and so many you get what I'm trying to say. There's so many episodes and there's so many, I can't quite think of what I'm trying to say, but you guys, I think you should know what I'm trying to say. So many hours and minutes, because obviously the compilations, when they're all combined, I think without including the Order of the Phoenix, the Half-Blood Prince, and I think even the Goblet of Fire, it came to about 3 hours. So I could easily see it taking about 4 hours to get through the entire thing, which would just be mad, but it'd be worth it. And then there'll be like a little talk from me, which will be included in the countdown, basically just saying, I want to say thank you for all of the support, etc. And then the final video will play, and I will, at the final video playing, I may well put like an emotional little moment at the end, I don't know. I mean, I'm sure that there will be some motion from me, not emotional, I'm sure there'll be something from Mage at the end of the game, when he says like, this is the final high part game I'm going to be playing, etc. So I expect there'll be probably something on those lines. But yeah, so that's that. Then, once the premiere finishes, I will upload the full video of the full 8th episode separately, its own video. I'm also then going to upload a video of all the videos combined, which is basically going to be what I'm showing in the premiere, plus the 8th video, but without all the countdown and everything, and the bit from me before an end. And then I'm going to be uploading the introduction and the conclusion to the final episode as its own separate video. You basically hear my things. And then, yeah, the Mage compilations end for a little while. I'm not going to be uploading them every week from there on, that's the point. I'm not going to be uploading Mage compilations every week from when I finish the main games that he's done. Obviously, I've pretty much covered every game he has done. I have a couple of plans. One of the compilations I do want to do, like post just general game compilations, is I want to do like a Hermione. I can't do the way he does it, but a Hermione. I'm trying to do it, but I really can't do it. But that's the way how he, if you've watched his videos, you know what I mean. The way how he refers to Hermione, he doesn't just call her Hermione, he gives it like he really emphasises her name quite a lot. So I want to do like a compilation of one of them, because that could be quite interesting. One of the other things I did put in one of my videos, I think it was the Chamber of Secrets episode, was that I was going to do like a all wrong spells that Mage did compilation, which was a joke, but I would love to actually bring that out at some point and actually like sit through the entire series to find these things. That's the one issue, I'm going to have to sit through the entire series. But basically what I think I'm going to do in order to write prep for these episodes is just go through and watch the videos on YouTube, as opposed to downloading every single episode and only download the ones I need. For some of them, it'll be more for some episodes it'll be I'll need more videos than not, but for others obviously I won't. And then finally, another idea that I've got, that's not just all the ideas I've got, but these are just some of the ideas. Another idea that I have got is to do a top, maybe not top 100, but like top 20, top 50 moments from the Mage Masher Harry Potter games. I really want to get like people involved in voting for these moments, but I don't feel like I have enough of a scope to get people to help me to vote for these moments. But I would love to try and like pick the fans' favourites moments, and I could obviously, I think I know which one would come pretty high. I can imagine not the minecart would come pretty high. Also, as a note, I'm planning on making a 10-hour version of the Lot the Minecart loop for the week between the 7th game compilation and the 8th game compilation. Just something to release in between. It's a 10-hour video, so I'm probably going to have to compress it to hell in order to get it up. But yeah, some of the interesting things about those videos, if you've ever made it to be in one of those videos, if you look at the end screen, it's arranged in a very particular way. The goblin, for example, when I overlay everything, the goblin has my avatar put over it on the end screen, and that's because I'm the person making these endurance tests, going the cross button will lock the minecart over and over and over again, which actually drove me insane at one point. Am I insane now? Who knows? That's a different question. That's a question for a different day. But anyway, so that was that. So that happened to me, and then on top of Harry, I put Mage's icon because Mage is enjoying this, and the idea is that you, the viewer, along with Mage, are enjoying this. I think that's what the decision I made when I did the hour one, subsequently following the 10-minute one. I did it. Elder got very annoyed with me. Elder from the Discord. I believe it was Elder at least, because it was either Elder or Dharma's, our pro from the Discord, got annoyed with me because I was only using the cross button, well, not the minecart. Whereas they thought I should have used the entire bit where it was like the cross button, well, not the minecart, to help collect some of the more difficult connects. So I'm not entirely sure whether I'm going to do that version or whether or not I'm going to do the version. I may well release a version that I title like just for Elder or just for Llama, depending on who it was that actually was not complaining but like was saying about that, to see like just to be a bit of a joke basically. Right, I'm just trying to work out where I'm going to build my house in this cave front entrance, but I think I've worked it out. Quick, just going to get all this dirt. But yeah, so that's the situation that we're going to be in for the Mage compilations. I hope you guys are going to enjoy some of the ones that I'm going to do after I finish doing the compilations for the main games. I really just want to like make some more entertaining compilations, so I'm really looking forward to being able to make them that not about the games. Because as much as I love doing the game ones, they are a bit laborious because it's a lot of stuff. I mean, the other compilations might not be as long. I'll point that out now. The other compilations probably won't be as long as the ones that have been releasing recently. Like 25, 30 minutes. Probably more like 10, 15 maybe at a push. But yeah, that's just the situation. I wanted to explain what was going on, what I was planning to do after I finished making the main Mage compilations that are coming out as we speak. Well, as we speak, but tomorrow. Tomorrow, speaking of Mage compilations, you'll be seeing the 4th game on PS2 that Mage played. Again, I'm quite proud of that one. I think it came out as better than it could have done. I think it's a pretty good game. No. What words just came out my mouth? I think it's it's a dreadful game. It really, really is a dreadful game. And I don't mean, if you like the game, I apologise, but I just don't think it's that good of a game. It's really not that good, it's not intuitive, it's not enjoyable, it's not anything, in my opinion. But again, if you enjoy the game, you enjoy it for what it is. I absolutely hate it, and I'm so glad that I never have to touch it again, apart from when I do the compilations in the future, because I'm pretty sure that certain words are used quite a lot, like Hermione, for example. Another thing I do want to do at some point in the future is do one of those videos where people get people to say certain things, like, you know, like the songs where they sing them, but then they use clips from various things. I have seen that there's an app now where you can like make something say whatever you want it to say, and it takes like a clip for each word. it finds these clips online. It's really quite cool, actually, to be fair. I recommend you, if you haven't seen it, I do actually recommend you checking it out, because like I say, it's quite cool. But yeah, so that is the situation with the Mage compilations. Trying to talk and do redstone at the same time is just like, I don't entirely know why I decided to do this. I'm currently trying to redstone the door to my base, which is actually a secret door behind a wall, which is actually like a two-part wall that I'm basically redstoning now, and I don't entirely know why I decided it would be a good idea to try and do the redstone while talking and trying to commentate at the same time. But that's me for you, and that's what I'm like, because I for some reason like to give myself really hard and difficult challenges to do. We're now at about 41 minutes into the recording, and which I think will be under, I think just under 40 minutes worth of editing. Not editing, but not going to be about there. We're looking pretty good on the editing side, is what I'm trying to say. Things are looking pretty good. I'm just basically trying to stick, at the moment, I'm just trying to stick all my stuff in a chest while I quickly start this redstone door. I was asleep, I think. So, yeah. So I think we're going to leave the podcast there, guys. This has been a bit of a longer episode than usual. I've had a interruption, which I apologise for, but I wasn't expecting it. Like I said, we have a new neighbour. She moved in on Monday, today's Friday, and she's just trying to find her feet. She's a lovely woman. But I won't say much more than that, for respect of her privacy. I won't say much more than that. But anyway, guys, that is going to be it for today's video. I also just realised that redstone is right underneath the ground, and it ain't going to work therefore. It will work, but it's just not going to be easy to hide, so I need to move it. And I'm going to do that right now. There we go, the doors are open. We're then going to break into the room a little bit more. And I'm just going to quickly try and sort this out. So I'm going to boom. Boom, 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 boom. So I'm going to quickly grab a lever, pop it in there. Okay. Just trying to work out where everything is going to go for this. Oh my god, I keep crouching. But anyway, guys, yeah, that is probably going to be a good time to end the podcast, like I say, because I'm just kind of rambling on to myself now. I'm not really talking about much anymore. But anyway, guys, that is going to be it for today's video. I hope you have enjoyed listening to today's podcast. If you have, then please check out the rest of the podcast. Link, as always, in the description below and on the end screen if you haven't seen the other podcasts. Like I say, I recommend you check them out because I'm quite proud of some of them. I feel like this series has really been good for me, that trying to talk a bit more slowly, which is partly why I decided to do these podcast. If you haven't actually listened to episode 1 where I explain more about that, I really want to try and improve my speaking speed, particularly in videos, because I've had some comments of people saying you speak too quickly and it's hard for me to understand what you're saying. So I'm trying my best to improve that. Let me know what you guys think about my speaking speed down in the comment section below. Is it good for this video, or could I be doing better? Let me know what you guys think about that down in the comment section below. Thank you as always for listening, and if you would like to support the podcast, then please like the video. And if you want to have some guests on the podcast, please let me know in the comment section below. I'm going to try and get some, maybe not for the next episode, because next episode I want to talk a bit about my results, because by the time you guys are listening to this, I will have my results, and you would have seen the results video that I made. But at the time of me recording this, I'm getting my results in just over 1 week, so I've not got my results yet, so I can't obviously talk about them. But I'm hoping they were good. Please tell me they were good. I mean, I'm not nervous as I'm nervous. That sounds really cocky. I'm not as nervous as I was for my GCSEs, because this time it's only 3, and I feel much better about the way how I did in my exams. But it doesn't stop you from being slightly tense about your exams. I mean, if I don't pass these, the thing is, it's not the end of the road if I don't pass them. It's not ideal, but it's not the worst thing in the world. It's not brilliant either, but it's not the worst thing in the world. Whereas with my GCSEs, it was very important because it was basically my entire secondary education rolling into one. But anyway, guys, that is going to be it for today's video. I really, really, really do hope you have enjoyed, and I will see you all in the next video, guys. A good bye!